It is a few minutes to 4 o'clock East African time. Good evening. I trust you're having yourself a wonderful Thursday. As others have called it, Nane Nane. Even as breaking news, a developing story coming in today is that the Meru governor, Kawira Mwangaza, has been impeached a third time. This and other stories are making headlines at this hour, but first, here's a glimpse.
I, Aden Duale, being appointed a Cabinet Secretary of Kenya, do swear that I will at all times be faithful to the Republic of Kenya.
19 cabinet secretaries who were approved by Parliament yesterday have been sworn in at State House, Nairobi, to the admiring gazes of their families, many hitting the ground running in their respective ministries. Crowds of youthful protesters filled the capital Nairobi and other major urban centers across Kenya in the anticipated Nane Nane protests. And grim outlook for Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza as she is impeached for a record third time in less than 2 years, despite widespread efforts to broker reconciliation. Thank you for choosing TV47 to inform you. I am George Maringa, and on the socials you can use the handle at George Maringa _. Let's get the show on the road with our top story, where finally the 19 cabinet secretaries who were approved by the Parliamentary Selection Committee yesterday, after appearing before the committee last week, have been sworn in this morning at a ceremony held at the State House in Nairobi. The event was attended by the President, William Ruto, his Deputy Rigathi Gachagua, the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, among other leaders. This happens even after the Selection Committee declined to approve the nominee for the Ministry of Gender and National Heritage, citing that Stella Soilangat lacked the necessary knowledge related to the ministry, making her unsuitable to serve in that crucial position. These new cabinet secretaries have been mandated to ensuring that they improve the living standards in the country, especially during this time when many citizens are complaining about the high cost of living and other numerous challenges.
The National Assembly conducted approval hearings for the nominees between 1st and 4th August 2024. Subsequently, the National Assembly considered and adopted the report of the Committee on Appointments, approving 19 out of the 20 nominees for appointment as Cabinet Secretaries. So, thereafter, on 7th August 2024, the National Assembly, in accordance with the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, as read together with the National Assembly Standing Orders, transmitted the certificate of approval granting parliamentary approval for the appointment of 19 cabinet secretaries. Consequently, in exercise of the powers vested in the President under Article 152(2) of the Constitution, Your Excellency appointed the 19 cabinet secretaries as notified.
I, Rosalinda Soipan Tuya,
being appointed a Cabinet Secretary of Kenya,
do swear that I will at all times be faithful to the Republic of Kenya,
that I will obey, respect, and uphold this Constitution of Kenya and all laws of the Republic of Kenya,
and truly serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of the Cabinet Secretary, that I undertake to hold my office as Cabinet Secretary with honor and dignity,
and that I will perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Residents in Uasin Gishu County have congratulated the new cabinet secretaries who were sworn into office today, expressing that Kenyans expect them to deliver in their respective dockets. The residents, who also expressed their gratitude to President William Ruto for dissolving the cabinet, have urged the CSs to hold their positions with a lot of integrity and deal with issues such as corruption, which has always been a menace for the longest time.
Mawaziri wachape kasi kulingana na makadili kulingana na wananchi, wasifanye kazi kulingana na mawazo yao, wafanye kazi penye wananchi wanahitaji, wasifanye kazi yenye inafaa, wasifanye kazi ya kuchifuna.
Na nikaomba kwamba mawaziri wote ambao wamechaguliwa wafanye kazi na rais, ili sisi wananchi tunufaike na maendeleo na tuipeleke Kenya mbele.
Si hawa mawaziri ambao wameteuliwa wahakikisha kwamba hali ya ufisadi wameiangalia kabisa na wamsaidie rais kwa kutoa mwongozo bora ambayo inafaa katika kubadilisha maisha ya wananchi wa Kenya, hasa ukosefu wa kazi na hali ya uchumi ambaye imesumbua wananchi wa Kenya kwa muda mrefu. So tunawasihi wasimame kidete na wafuatilie sheria katika kila jambo ambalo wanalitekeleza.
The Chair of Finance, Planning and Economic Affairs at the Council of Governors, Fernandez Barraza, has called upon the national government to expedite the release of funds to the county governments to facilitate completion of county government projects. The Kakamega governor underscored the urgent need for county governments to address key infrastructure and service challenges, including road maintenance, water supply and land management, as well as the provision of bursaries. He further urged the national government to expedite release of funds to counties to prevent delays in essential service provision.
Thank you very much. As the Chair of Finance, Planning and Economic Affairs Committee of the Council of Governors, I want to call upon the National Treasury to reconsider releasing all the funds to the county governments on time, because for us to implement some of the recommendations from the county peer review mechanism, we need to have adequate disbursement of funds.
Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza has been impeached for the third time in 2 years after MCAs voted in favor of the ouster motion. Mwangaza was hounded out of the office after 49 MCAs voted in support of the motion against 17 who rejected it. 3 members failed to avail themselves at the assembly for the impeachment vote. Mwangaza will await the Senate's decision to know if the House will save her or oust her.
It is a no from the residents of Kawira.
It's now my pleasure, honourable members, to announce the results. Honourable members, those ones who abstained are 0. Those who did not vote are 0. The nay, those are the noes. Those who didn't vote are 3. And then those ones who voted nay are 17. And the ayes, those who voted for the ayes are 49. On the members, the results are that the ayes have it, and the motion is passed, and the governor stands impeached by the County Assembly of Meru. Can we take the next order?
From Meru to Siaya, where residents of Komolo sublocation in Siaya County want the government to establish a middle-level college in a public land which has been lying idle at a place called Mudorme. Led by Chairman of Komolo Development Forum, KDF, Mr. Philip Achayo, the residents said that the community has a 12-acre public land which has been lying idle for over 40 years and needs to be put to proper use, since it had become a hiding place for criminals, posing a serious security threat to area residents. The secretary of the group, Mr. Joseph Olonyaro, also noted that they stand to realize so many benefits, including employment opportunities and socio-economic growth, among others, should their proposal go through.
Our youth here, our fathers were working here, and there was a lot of earning in the village. There was a hive of activities in this village. And since then, everything came to a standstill. It is only the monkeys, which is now a menace to us. We don't harvest. Sometimes we don't even plant. And in the same place, it is a security risk. Thieves hide stolen cattle and cows and other properties in this place.
As the chairman has said, this parcel has lied idle for at least 40 years. And we have heard that it's a menace to the community. The community have identified this and they ask that it be used for development. The impact of establishing a TVET here is, one, the youth and other categories of the people will get training, technical skills. Two, it will open the area for socio-economic development. It will also create direct and indirect employment to the community. Hence, it will be beneficial to us. We have
Jubilee Asset Management Limited has introduced the Jubilee Money Market Fund in US dollars aimed at individuals earning in dollars and those remitting funds in dollars for investments in Kenya. Jubilee Group Holding CEO Julius Kipngetich highlighted that the fund has been successfully operating in Kenya shillings in the last 2 years.
7% return for the dollar is very attractive. And we are going to the market with a product which is backed by the Jubilee balance sheet. We have the strongest balance sheet in the insurance industry, and so therefore your money is safe. And that's what I want to assure the markets. So our company today, Jubilee Asset Management Limited, is launching the dollar-denominated money market fund. And who are we targeting out there? We are targeting people who earn in dollars and pay in dollars.
We are formally launching the Jubilee Money Market Fund USD. This is the third investment fund we've launched in a period of 17 months. The Jubilee Money Market USD has done extremely well. We went to market in 17th of June. It's one of the top performing USD funds. It gives investors a chance to invest in hard currency in US dollars. When we went to market, the entry yields were 9.05% per annum. Right now, due to the new inflows, the yields have settled at about 6.7% per annum.
Stakeholders in the construction sector led by the National Construction Authority, NCA, have urged small and medium-sized business owners to continue participating in affordable housing projects as the government is using locally produced construction materials. Speaking in Mombasa during the launch of the 5th Construction and Research Conference scheduled for next month, it was highlighted that the lack of changing rooms at construction sites is one of the issues that has resulted in fewer women pursuing careers in this field. NCA has emphasized that it is now mandatory for all construction sites to have such facilities to ensure more women can join the profession.
It is possible actually to manufacture water closets locally, and we would like the medium, small, the micro, small and medium enterprises to actually pick up this and team up with investors so that we can manufacture some of these products.
In the past, in the old building code that is being replaced by the new one, there was no focus on women, especially on sanitary facilities. This particular code provides for mandatory provision of adequate sanitary facilities for both genders. So any gender, a man or woman, will have comfort and ease on working on site. Previously, women did not even have changing rooms. The code has also embraced climate change, which was not in the last one. Climate change means, just like what we saw in terms of flooding recently in our country, using this code will be a thing of the past. CA and the government, we are keen in capacity building our local contractors. That is why we have such conferences where we are inviting all the stakeholders. Presently, NCA is going to put up a construction center for research, which will be to capacity build
our local contractors.
When we do research here, we have papers presented, we engage. There are things that we'll pick from our stakeholders who will be attending the conference, and they will, of course, touch on the 4 priority or 5 priority areas of the bottom economic transformation agenda.
Now, as Kenya joins other countries across the globe to commemorate the World Breastfeeding Week, which is observed every first week of the month of August, the issue of proper nutrition remains a challenge for most breastfeeding mothers in the country, as well as low male involvement in breastfeeding matters. However, in Vihiga County, the situation is improving through community-based mother-to-mother peer groups in which young mothers are educated on best practices to support breastfeeding, resulting in a decrease in infant mortality. Our reporter Arnold Adidi has visited the area and prepared the following story.
After 9 months of anticipation, the arrival of a newborn brings immense joy to every mother. Yet, with this joy comes the challenge of exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months, a vital yet often daunting responsibility. In the vibrant community of Gimomoi village in Hamisi sub-county, Vihiga County, a transformative initiative is underway. What might look like a classroom setting from afar is actually a gathering of young mothers learning the essentials of breastfeeding with the help of dedicated community health assistants. The Gimomoi Mother-to-Mother group, established in 2022, is bringing a revolution in local practices and overcoming breastfeeding challenges.
Watoto ambao walikuwa wanakuja kliniki walikuwa wachache sana, alafu wengi wao afya yao haikuwa njema. So ukiangalia mtoto unapata maybe nywele ni kama moja, iko scarce, wengine wako pale.
Among today's attendees is 23-year-old Doreen Kazira, who is set to welcome her second child in 3 months. Doreen, determined to avoid the difficulties she faced with her firstborn in 2018, is here to ensure a smoother breastfeeding journey this time.
Mtoto wangu wa kwanza nilizaa kukuwa amefika kilo, akaekwa nursery. Changamoto nilikuwa bado mtoto msichana mdogo sana. Tena ilikuwa huku kuwa na kitu, ndio maana mtoto tena wakati nilienda kujifungua nilikuwa sikuli chochote. Ilikuwa tu ninakula hizi mawe peke yake. Sasa ilibidi madaktari wachukue jukumu ya kunipa chakula kile chenye wenyewe wanajua kinaweza nipa maziwa, ndio ni spread maziwa ndio tutumie kumpa ule mtoto pale kwa nursery ndio apate nguvu afikishe kilo.
But it's not just nutrition. Family planning is also a significant hurdle. Margaret Makungu, a lead mother in the group and mother of 5, shares that many children suffer due to inadequate breastfeeding support stemming from poor reproductive planning.
Saa zingine mtoto anagonjeka tu kwa sababu amenyima mtoto maziwa ya kawaida, anaenda kuchukua uji, anaenda kuchukua maziwa ya duka, anasema hii yake ikae tu kwa sababu anasikia uchungu hataki kunyonyesha. Lakini unajua ukizaa mtoto haitaki unazaa tu watoto faa, yani unazaa huyu leo, kesho mwingine tena huyo mwingine tena huyo mwingine. At least unapea kwa mtoto gap. At least huyu ananyonya, hiyo maziwa inaingia ndani vizuri kwa mwili.
Besides, the role of fathers is crucial for a successful breastfeeding experience. Yet many mothers report lack of male involvement, which remains a challenge.
Ukiwa na stress, labda unafikiria mambo mengi ama kazi mingi, kama una mtu wa kusaidia maziwa inaweza potea.
Mama akiwa na wasiwasi, wewe unatoka kule umekunywa pombe, alafu unakuja hapa hujamletea chakula akule, wewe unakuja unaanza kumfuruga. Sasa anakuwa sasa hata ukitoka yeye ako tu na wasiwasi. Sasa ule akikuja hata hawezi kunyonyesha mtoto vizuri.
Nutritionists emphasize that breastfeeding is crucial for a child's development and any neglect could have serious consequences. Esther Odero, a nutrition expert in Vihiga County, underscores the importance of community support.
Kwa hii era hatuongei mambo ya balanced diet. Kitambo watu walikuwa wamejua tu balanced diet ni carbohydrates, proteins na vitamins. So siku hizi tunaongea mambo ya vikundi vya chakula ambavyo ni 10. So ni mama tu kuangalia kwa hizo vikundi ni nini anaweza kupata hapo karibu na hautakosa kupata omena kwa mkebe ndogo, ama hautakosa kupata mtu mwenye anachoma kuku kipande moja. So akikula hiyo already ashakula one food group, na maybe amekula hiyo omena na ugali na mboga za kienyeji. Already hapa amekula vikundi vitatu, atakuwa amebaki tu na vikundi 4. Kitambo siku ishe hizo vikundi 7 atakuwa amemaliza.
This year's World Breastfeeding Week theme, Closing the Gap, Breastfeeding Support for All, highlights the need for comprehensive support. According to UNICEF, only 60% of mothers in Kenya adhere to the 6-month exclusive breastfeeding guideline. However, in Vihiga County, 93.7% of mothers breastfeed within the first hour after birth, a statistic that has improved thanks to community-driven initiatives.
Sasa unakuta watoto wengi hawapotezi maisha yao kwa sababu katika ile kuchanganya, huku ananyonyesha mtoto, huku anamlisha, kuna magonjwa yalikuwa yanatokezea hapo katikati sababu ya uchafu fulani. Wako wanazingatia usafi.
Muhimu ni unajua,
in Gimamoi, every meeting, every piece of advice and every shared experience is a step towards a healthier future for their children.
Mtoto atakunywa.
Arnold Adidi, TV47, Vihiga.
Thank you, Arnold, for that report. The national chairman of the Certified Human Resource Professionals, Philip Odero, and the executive director, Kuresha Abdullahi, joined the leadership of the Human Resource Management Professionals Examination Board during the release of the 15th Certified Human Resource Professional Examinations. 1,427 candidates sat the examinations, which took place from 12th June to 19th June in 7 examination centers across the country, with a notable increase of candidates compared to last year, where 1,366 candidates sat for the exams.
Candidates in the old CHRP subjects: Financial Accounting, Macharia Ruth Mudhoni, HS 6361 from MKU female. Learning and Development, Macharia Ruth Mudhoni, HS 6361 from MKU female. And we have Strategic Human Resource Management, Elizabeth Njoki Gadoni, HS 4173 from MKU female. Entrepreneurship and Human Resource Consultancy, Susi Kawira Mwangaza, HS 2933, MKU female. Ladies and gentlemen, the following.
The anti-drug abuse stakeholders in Watamu Municipality, Kilifi County, have partnered with learning institutions in order to combat illicit drug abuse in the coastal region. Led by Naomi Owino, a mental health advocate, she said that they teamed up and made a documentary that will be aired to learners and sensitize them on the effects of drug abuse.
We are coming from this idea to showing to the kids which one are the side effects of the heroin. So we hope that the teachers that are here in this Prima, they will allow us to show this movie to the kids.
It's a program ambayo mimi nimeona imenigusa sana kwa sababu watoto wetu wameathirika. Sisi tunaishi katika vijiji ambavyo watoto wetu, especially within Watamu locality, watoto wengi wameweza kujiingiza katika mpango huu wa drugs na tunaona wameathirika pakubwa sana.
We realize that most of the times when you tell someone to stay away from drugs, they might not get the picture, but once they see the visuals of the negative effects of these drugs, then they're able to understand. And we are mainly targeting to take these documentaries to be viewed by school-going children. So this program has been initiated in order to tell children that there's no a better life to live in alcohol or in weed or in heroin, so they should stay away from drugs, and also they should be hopeful that no matter where they come from, their dreams are valid.
Residents of Gadanja Ward, Oljororok constituency, Nyandara County, have come out to decry about the poor state of the road that is rendered impassable during the rainy season. The residents, who mainly comprise of farmers, have stated that they are forced to seek alternative routes to get their harvest to the market, which leads to increased transportation costs or selling their produce to brokers at a lower price. They have further slammed their leaders for negligence and only show up during the election period.
Sasa tunaomba mheshimiwa yule tulishagua MCA atusaidie na barabara, tuletee mawe juu tumekaa vibaya sana, hata magari ile imekuja mazishi. Tuko na shida sana kwa sababu saa hii simeshiba mitaro na saa hii hata hatuoni kesho masiwa vile itakujiwa. Kwa hivyo tunaomba serikali tusaidie vile walituahidi. Mvua ikinyesha barabara inakuaga shida. Kwanza wiki hii yote imenyesha na barabara imekuwa na shida mingi sana.
Kwa hiyo tunaomba serikali yetu mtusaidie tu, mtuhurumie kwa sababu hii chakula tunalima, tuko na bidii sana ya kulima na hakuna faida tunapata kwa sababu transport yote inaenda kwa magari. Ikuja hapa broker inakuja kutununulia viazi na nunua bei rahisi kwa sababu ya barabara. Kwa hivyo tunaomba mtusaidie tu serikali yetu.
Tafadhalini tunaomba viongozi ambao tuliwachagua mtutengenezee hii barabara, maana kilio chetu hakisikiki. Tunaomba mtusikize ili mtutengenezee hii barabara kwa sababu sisi ni wakulima, tunalima chakula kwa wingi.
Let's get sporty. Commonwealth Games champion Abraham Kibiwot on Wednesday settled for bronze to lift Kenya.